I'm going to go ahead and yank this out because I don't like these at all. I would almost take 2 stars off of this thing. Otherwise, it would be a 5 out of 5 stars product. Like talking like this right here for podcasting and whatnot, this is absolutely amazing. Hello everybody, it's me, Beau, coming to you today with this cool little microphone from Sabinetek. Already, you can probably hear quite a bit of feedback going on, can't you? That little bzz, buzzing sound. And you may be like, well, something wrong with the little omnidirectional microphone that I've got clipped on right here. No, in fact, it's the cheap headphones, which is a real shame because the headphones pretty much undermine everything. So if I try to rotate this around and really get it in there, man, that sounds horrible. I think I've got it. Don't move a muscle. Okay, so it's the headphones that undermine everything here. A real shame. And so I used this initially to call my wife, and I thought, hey, I will, go according to the commercials, which has this guy out on the street with some background noise going on, and I'm going to talk with my wife. And it sounded horrible. Do you know why? Volume. I could not actually lower her volume on her end. It was peaked, maxed out at 100%. So either there's something wrong with their software here, or there's no volume adjust on this thing right here. It's pretty much just an on-off switch on this. And normally, if there's some kind of audio lav mic transmitter, you can adjust the volume up and down so that the other person on the other end is not blasting your ears. I can adjust my volume, my up and down. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you right here. If we were to go over here into the settings in their app, if I were to go all the way up, matter of fact, you can probably hear in the background my little foot heater in my office. And let's say I don't like that background noise. I can go down to noise reduction. We're going to click it up to 3. And you can't hear that anymore, can you? So the noise reduction is really darn cool. We're going to go down to 1 again, because if you have too much noise reduction, then it's going to, you're going to sound like you're talking in a tin can. And we can swipe over here and we can do all sorts of things, adjust the bass, the treble, things like that. But we're not going to go into that right now. We're going to go back to the volume, put that back down to about middle right there. You can theoretically adjust music that's coming in and out. And actually, I thought this volume thing right here adjusted my wife talking to me on the phone, but it didn't. I would adjust this all over the place, and it was still as if she was screaming at me, even though she was not screaming at me. So it almost made my ears bleed how loud it was coming into my ears. So, of course, you can also...
Man voice. So here I am talking like a man because apparently I'm not a man enough.
And here is the female voice, or the woman voice as they say, and it gets higher and higher until now we're talking like a chipmunk. Well, they call it a baby voice, which is hilarious.
Electronic voice, there's this right here.
Robot voice.
And then lastly, we have a robot voice. And as you can see as I'm talking, the headphone is slowly coming out. That's because the headphones pretty much undermine everything here. So pardon the ears for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and yank this out because I don't like these at all. I would almost take 2 stars off of this thing. Otherwise, it would be a 5 out of 5 stars product. Like talking like this right here for podcasting and whatnot, this is absolutely amazing. As a matter of fact, mid-recording right here, I can switch over to the back-facing camera. So in the lower right, I'm going to click on that. And now I can walk around and I can show you my tactical hair clips that I have on Amazon.com. And I can do this. It can be like, hey, do you need some tactical hair clips? It's a multi-tool built into a hair clip. It's so cool. And then in the lower right, I switch it around again, like so. And I can now talk with you. And so as a lav mic, it works tremendously. It sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But for some reason, when you're talking to someone on the phone, it's horrible, absolutely horrible, because the other person is just maxed out volume and you cannot adjust their volume at all. I don't understand it. I don't know if it's a headphone thing. These don't fit very well in your ears, even if you're smashing them in, and you cannot go on a jog with these things or else they will fall out. So it's a real shame that this seems to undermine the whole thing. They do give you some other accessories. There are these little guys, so if in fact your polarity or your poles on your Your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack don't quite fit. They give you that as well. But for me, I don't have a 3.5 millimeter jack because I've got an iPhone, and Apple is super pretentious and they got rid of that stuff. So thanks a lot, Apple. They also give you a little dead cat, which should restrict or diminish the wind quite a bit. So as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and take this little clippity clip thing off like that. And sorry if this is going to be a little loud as I put this over. And so we're going to put this cute little thing on there like that. And now we're going to simulate wind by blowing into it. Observe. So you can probably still hear the wind a little bit. Now I'm going to take it off mid gust of wind, and you're going to hear how this thing diminishes. So amazing, huh? So that is it. For the actual use as a lav mic, like for podcasting or on your TikTok or things like that, I would give this a 5 out of 5 stars. When it comes to talking on the phone with someone, 1 out of 5 stars. Not recommended at all. And so I would just split the difference and give it a 3 out of 5 stars. And if you want to look at other people's reviews, you certainly may, but hopefully this gives you a cool little demonstration as to how the actual app works right here, which is somewhat intuitive. I mean, I guess it's okay. But the noise reduction is cool. The reverb, I can sound like I'm in a cathedral right now. So if I wanted to be singing in a cathedral, I could do that. But that's kind of annoying, so I won't do that. I'll just turn that off. So that's it. Lots of things to play with. 3 out of 5 stars. The link is in the description below. My name is Beau. Take care.